We actually just came back from 7-Eleven. We got our physical Shonen Jump volumes right here. The brand new weekly Shonen Jump with One Piece 1090 in it. And when we were at Family Mart, we got these really cool little promo Gear 5 Luffy cards as well. Super duper excited. Look how good the stream looks too. It's not lagging or anything. We're looking nice. This is that Japanese Wi-Fi. I love this.
Dude, yeah, it is excellent. Like, the speed is, like, legit. It is sick.
Oh, God. I'm so happy that you could join me for this. And thank you once again for having me. This is, like, so cool.
Thanks for having me.
It's not every day that I get to be in Japan, hanging out with the buddy, reading a new One Piece chapter, live out of the physical Shonen Jump. We've already got all these people in here saying, by the way, are you dressed in Gear 5 Peak? He is indeed. Someone already noticed. Look at this. Charlie's got the purple. He's got Gear 5 colors, the purple socks.
I am decked out, guys. やばいじゃんこれ。めちゃくちゃやばいじゃんこれ。もう完全にギア5だよこれ。
See, I wish I could speak Japanese fluently, because then I'd be going off. You can see, actually, I've got my Luffy shirt that I got from the Jump Shop yesterday at Tokyo Skytree. People are saying your outfit is Kino, by the way, so that's good. Very, very good. And, yeah, I guess...
Nakama!
Oh, and of course, yes, Charlie's got the Nakama, the X, on his arm
as well. Also the Arabic for Luffy.
Very cool.
Free child.
We already got members in here. Metro Dread saying hello, hello. Can't believe your shirt spoils the anime. Shake my head. Dude, this is so good. Roger, you guys are a blessing to this community. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it. The nice thing about this is I feel like, obviously this Japan trip has been wild between doing Yokohama. We did Kanazawa, the castle, the gardens.
Yep.
We went to Akihabara. We did, what were the other places that we went the day that you were with us? Or was you, me, Stefan?
We went to Shibuya Miyashita Coin.
Shibuya, that's right. Oh, Parco.
Parco.
They did the Nintendo store at Parco, the Jump Shop at Parco.
Mugiwara store.
That's right, the Mugiwara store, Miyashita Park. Well, I did Tower Records yesterday, and actually that'll be a separate haul video because I got the Mori Future Island Egghead song single. Like, she did the single. So I saw they had like the stand-in for Mori in the store. I'm like, dude, I gotta buy this immediately. And so I got that. We have so much One Piece gear, like stuff to show, so much cool new stuff that we got here in Japan that's exclusive to Japan. So I'm supremely excited, but we gotta get to this chapter. We've been waiting so long. I'm already so late. Apparently, by the way, apparently the chapter came out in English at midnight. Here. So it was midnight here, but it's like 8 a.m. Sunday morning in America.
And that's when I'm watching your live.
Oh, so there you go. You're watching it around midnight.
Around 8 or... okay, so it's your 8 a.m.
So it's my 8 a.m. So I wake up at 8 a.m. Yeah. And so I know it's been out for a little bit, but neither of us have seen literally anything other than the title. We pulled up the English title. So the other thing about this, I got to do videos of the studio and everything later, just so people see how cool it is in here. Essentially, we have multiple monitors hooked up over here. We're reading out of the official Japanese in Jump, but we have the official translation open over here.
Still sealed.
Still sealed. We still got to open it. And we see on the official English over here that the chapter is called Kizaru, and that apparently Kuro is on the front page. Which is wild. Like, why is Kuro here?
Was that a cover request?
It says, reader request, a black cat and Kuro quietly reading by Tomokiya. So there you go. All right, that's the reader request. But we are going to open these jumps. We're going to read the chapter for the very first time. Are you ready, Charlie?
I am hyped. I am so ready.
Now, how? Oh, there we go. Okay, I didn't want to mess up the... Didn't want to mess up the thing.
Really careful. You're good at this, like...
Just, well, see, I do unboxings for a living, so I feel like I have to be kind of careful
it's kind of
how
like
I open things. Oh, man.
Unboxing, that's kind of your forte.
Thank you again to everybody who's in the chat right now. This is so unbelievably cool. Man, oh, man, oh, man.
I'm still struggling.
No, we got it. All right, last little bit. People are saying Kuro is the best. Oh, James is in here. So James, my thumbnail artist.
Hey, James.
I know James also put together a thumbnail picture for this week, so we will definitely pull that up live on stream a little bit later and see what he put together for us. I'm super excited to see what you did. All right, last little bit. I just don't want to
James,
jump.
Make sure to follow a fellow artist, dude.
Yes, of course. Follow Shiro. Okay, here we go. I got it.
You've done both. I'm stuck.
I know.
You are.
I'm just like ripping this open. I'm ready to read the chapter. Oh, man. Also, Wolfwood said there's still 140 people waiting in the other stream. So, yes, if you guys could, I know I had to schedule the stream separately off my computer, but when you're going live off of your phone, it doesn't necessarily transfer everybody over. So if you could drop the live link to people that are in the other stream and let them know that we are live in this stream, that would be lovely. I also think we're probably going to have a relatively long One Piece chapter stream
Oh,
today.
yeah,
Because
I'm
we're going to
guessing,
read the chapter, we're going to do reviews, we're going to talk, maybe show some One Piece merch, and just hang out and theorize.
We're going to be fanboying out the entire time, like a bunch of crazy otaku weebs.
All right, here we go. Bada bing, bada boom. James said, I think I put Kuro on the thumbnail. Oh, okay. I'm excited to see what he did then if he did Kuro. All right. Oh my God, dude, I opened up to one page and immediately, first thing I see is One Piece. Okay, all right. Oh, let's scroll back a little bit. Let's see. Here we go.
Nice.
Oh, dude, this is so cool. Seeing it in an actual English jump. This is amazing. There's the Kuro page. All right, 1090. Now, I'm going to read. I have it open here, but I'm going to read off the English, and then we'll go step by step. And then if there's any translation differences or something, I figured since you're able to read it. All right, here we go. 1090. Very beginning. Let's turn the page. This is so sick to have both here, dude.
Oh my God.
This is so cool. So it says, we have Luffy going, hello, this is Monkey D. Luffy, the man who will be king of the pirates. And you've got someone in the back going, Luffy, what are you doing? And obviously he's still on the phone from the end of last chapter. And Luffy saying, we have Dr. Vegapunk. If you value York's life, move all your ships away from the shore. And you have York still screaming from the end of the last chapter, laying there on the ground with Zoro and the sword next to her neck, yelling, why? Help me. I just think it's so cool that
she is. Okay,
yeah, and she's screaming in the little picture on here. Oh man, I love this. So Kizaru's still looking on the phone, and you've got the other Marines going, he's a true monster, just as evil as the stories say.
Yeah,
and my guy, yo, hold on, wait, Morgans is in the chapter.
Shit.
Yo, let's go, Morgans is here.
You got Vivi as well.
Oh my God, Morgans and Vivi and Wapple.
Wapple in the background.
Saying, what does this mean? What's happening there at the World Economic Journal? And then Vivi's going, really, Luffy? Oh my gosh, dude, I love this. We're seeing Morgans in actual physical chapter. Yeah, do your best Morgan's impression.
なんが超きたく何が起こってる What's going on? So the translation is spot on.
I like it. So meanwhile, we got the Gorosei up in the corner saying, you are Straw Hat Luffy? Who is still alive in there? Well, some folks are injured and... No, Luffy, no! And you've got... So what's this Gorosei's name again? The one that looks like he could be Sanji's dad? What's his name?
That's not Saturn.
Because Saturn is the one that's there at Egghead, and then you've got I think is he the Venus?
Yeah, hang on.
He might be Venus. Because there's Venus, Mercury, Saturn. The other two, I forget their names. Something Juro. Venus Juro is the Gandhi one.
And the bald guy reminds me of like a former Russian.
Yeah, like Gorbachev.
Yeah, Gorbachev.
Yeah, I just call him Gorbachev. For the time being, we're gonna go. Oh, Peter. Jupiter. Oh, Jupiter.
Okay, so Jupiter.
Okay, all right, Jupiter. There you go. Okay,
so
perfect.
Saturn. Okay.
And so Jupiter's saying a woman's voice. Could that be Nico Robin? Very cool.
Do we know that's her, or is it?
Well, Robin's clearly chilling right there. That's Robin.
Was that Nami? Nami normally kind of.
It could have been. So then you see the Denden Mushi going off, and it says, information is a weapon. Don't hand your enemies weapons. Oops, sorry, but hey, we're going to move the ships now. And then you got Usopp going, you know they won't. What are you doing? How dumb do you think the Navy is over here? Meanwhile, oh, dude, I love this too. See, I love that I could look at the English and then look down at the Japanese and like see it in the physical volume. You've got Saturn looking very forlorn.
I'm loving. He's like with his Noritsukomi, the Jap. That's what Usopp is doing, and he's like,
it's
one of those moments.
Oh, this is so cool. All right, so Saturn is saying there are three things that we must retain. Yeah. York's safety, the Punk Records brain, and the power plant that creates the mother flame. Everything else is disposable. Okay.
Punk Record brain.
Okay. Interesting. So, interesting that the Gorosei still actually care about York. I guess they need her to create the mother flame, to recreate it, because that's the whole thing, right? That's her bargaining chip.
And she kind of cut a deal with them.
Exactly.
Exchange for life. Okay, good.
Exactly. So the Punk Records obviously has all the information, and then the power plant that creates the mother flame. Makes sense that those are their three priorities. Okay. As we turn the page to the next little bit. Dude, the art, by the way, is so cool. Also, it's interesting to see like the pages and how they look in physical jump versus like how they look in a volume in America, or even in like the physical jumps from America. So cool. All right, I'm turning the page. Here we go. Boom. Rob Lucci's group is there, as well as the other Cypherpole agents. And then meanwhile, Saturn is saying, I speak of the worst case scenario. Do not lose sight of your highest priorities. And you've got all of them going, yes, sir, yes, sir. Think of human lives as nothing more than insects. Ooh.
Yeah, it's the same. Mushi.
Wow.
Mushi.
They will always breed more to make up for any loss. Jeez. And you've got the other Marine being like, all right, yes, sir. He looks very forlorn and freaked out by what he's saying here. I love that shot of York on the bottom, too, by the way. Still crying. Oh, man.
She kind of reminds me of like a karepan or some kind of like Japanese like bread, the way she's shaped.
Totally. The way she's like squishy. Yeah, totally. So then she's saying, do you realize what you've done? I have an agreement with the 5 elders. If you hurt me at all, this whole island is going to go up in smoke. Just like Ohara did.
Oh, shit, wow.
And again, it's been hyped up too. I feel like this whole thing in the lead up to Egghead Island, it's been hyped up how there's going to be an incident that's going to occur on Egghead, right? That there's going to be some incident that's going to change the world. So curiously, before we keep going, and considering the chapter's name is Kizaru, do you think it's going to be the takedown of Gorosei? Do you think it's going to be the takedown of Kizaru? Or do you think Vegapunk dies?
The takedown of Kizaru, I don't think Vegapunk's gonna die. This is way too early for like him to be leaving in One Piece.
Yeah, right.
But Kizaru, like, I don't know, man. That's a tough one. Like,
because right now, the way it's set up, and I mentioned this in my live reaction in the previous chapter, the way it's kind of set up right now is you have those vice captains of the Marines, right? And there's 9 of them. So it's like, okay, clearly it's being set up for some type of fight with the Straw Hats. And you can even clearly see like certain characters that could fight with other characters, like just based on their appearance. And then you've got Kizaru, and then you've got Saturn, which basically leaves all the Straw Hats and Bonnie with someone to fight. Which makes perfect sense. You would have all the Straw Hats fight, you'd have Bonnie fight. And I'm also wondering, like,
who's going to get...
Who's fighting who, right? Because Kizaru and Zoro? Or is Kizaru and Sanji, maybe?
You were saying Sanji, right? Like, that seems like a...
I got the Sanji shirt. I'm wearing it. I'm repping my guy.
I just think, like, with his ability being able to, like, fly in the air, Sanji kind of seems like he can...
A good choice.
Yeah, he could probably, like, take him down. I don't know.
Yeah. At this point where we are in the story, I just feel like Zoro and Sanji...
They're so jacked up.
They could... I think, honestly, they could take on the Admiral at this point. And I feel like if that's the case... If there is some incident that's going to be as big as the Ohara incident that's going to go down, part of me almost feels like, because we know this Gorosei, we know Saturn is literally there, that maybe Luffy knocks him out. And then that's one down, and then that shakes up everything. They're like, because it's one thing when Luffy punched the Celestial Dragon in, what's it called, in Sabaody. It's another thing if he knocks out Gorosei, one of the 5 elders.
And he looks like he looks like a tough.
Yeah, a tough one.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's meant to be the bull one or like, because we saw the shadows a couple chapters ago. Let's just keep reading. Okay. So where do we leave off? We are on this page where he called everybody insects. So we're moving right over here. This is page 5. Okay, so with York laying down up on the top. Okay. So York saying, that hurts. How could you?
I'm so pissed.
I'm going to tell on you up to the 5 elders. And Nami's saying, do it. Make my day.
Zoro's like trying to calm her down. Like, chill. Like,
relax.
Like, take it easy now.
And then you hear, hey, whoa, come on, she's unarmed. And meanwhile, Robin, with a little bit of a smile going on there.
She's like over it. Like, she's over it, I think.
I
think like, holy.
And then Chopper going, are you feeling okay, Robin? Because she's smiling through this whole thing.
So she's like, that's so sweet. Chopper's so sweet.
Chopper's always checking on him. Meanwhile, we get a great double-page spread of the Straw Hats on page 5. We've got sort of, it looks like all the groups they're going to be together with. You've got Bonnie and Luffy.
Luffy's downing a hot dog.
So is Bonnie.
Bonnie's got like
birds of a feather.
Yeah, sandwich. And then you got Sanji getting her a drink. Here you go, my darling.
Yeah. And you've got Brooke in the back, excuse me, saying, wait, Goal? Wait, what is that? Who is saying this?
Which one?
It's kind of unclear. Is that meant to be York or is it meant to be Brooke?
Who is that?
I know. I'm looking. See, this is the nice thing is we have the full spread on here. I think that's
Nami,
York.
And that's York, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because she's basically like getting hit with the staff. And they're like, oh. And then, yes, Chopper, thanks to you. So that's Robin, answering Chopper's, are you feeling okay? And Chopper just saying, hey, don't butter me up or anything, you jerk. Doing the classic bit. That's perfect. And just look at the state of me. But remember, I was up against 2 Seraphim. Who's saying that? Oh, Kaku. That's Kaku. Kaku laying there on the ground. That's Kaku. And then Lucci basically saying, yeah, whatever, go back to sleep, Kaku. It's fine, get some rest. Meanwhile, you see, Shaka, Pythagoras, Edison. And that's Lilith crying out, saying, don't worry, though, Edison's still alive, Lilith. And the other one's going, Lilith, would you please pipe down? I'm getting in touch with the basement right now. So Usopp's on the call.
What is Pythagoras doing? It's hard to tell.
Well, they all got hit, remember? They all were exploded by York.
In the corner?
It looks like it a little bit. Well, let's see, because that's obviously Usopp's making the call in the corner. Yeah, I think Lilith is just straight up crying. Yeah, I don't know what she is doing. I'm not sure what she's doing. Working on something, I guess, in the meantime. So Lilith also looking really cute on this bottle panel right here.
It's so
crying. 4 seriously wounded, 2 Vegapunks dead. The Straw Hats are ... Wait, what's that, Lucci? I'm just talking to myself. Nani? Wait, what's going on here? Wait. Ooh. What is that, Lucci? I'm just talking to myself. Oh, so that's Lucci muttering 2 Vegapunks dead. The Straw Hats.
Okay.
Straw Hats are what?
Wait.
Because is he basically taking account of the situation, or is he basically trying to figure out, like, look, we're better off right now aligning with them?
He's always got that smoldering kind of look going on.
He does, yeah.
The entire time, like from the very beginning.
Yeah.
He's thinking.
All right, well, let's turn the page. Here we go. This is page 6. So now we got this is a cool looking double page spread on the top. Usopp going from the top right saying, are you guys behaving yourselves down there? And meanwhile, we get a shot of the Labo phase basement. Where you go, Straw Hats, not so loud, there are enemies. Thank you for the food, you're our saviors, I feel alive again. Now just let us out of here. You got over the phone, sorry, can't do that just yet. Can we at least get a change of scenery? I mean, it's kind of freaky with them right over here. You got all of them on top. I find it so funny that these fodder cipher pole characters are
actually having like an utage, it's like an actual party,
like an actual feast,
like a Mugiwara Luffy style feast.
In the middle of the arc, just hanging out.
But they're crying, so it's like they're not eating in days, right?
No, well, of course, at this point they've been prisoners of York's.
2 months, was it?
I think it was like 2 months.
Yeah,
it was a while.
2 months. Yeah. It was.
So this is the first time they're actually having a good meal, and once again, obviously in the style of Straw Hats, they're eating, having a good time. Meanwhile, moving down to the bottom, it says the Seraphim are on your side. Yeah, but what if they go haywire? Well, they're safe, right, Vegapunk? And then you've got Vegapunk at the bottom going, of course, those bubble balls are made of the same material as the Pacifista's MK3's bubble shields. Damn. And meanwhile, you've got all of them down there. You got Jinbei, you got Mihawk, you got Hancock, you got Kuma, all their Seraphim versions. We love Hancock. We love all of them. Sea energy is incorporated into its materials, making it the perfect weapon for trapping the power users. So this explains why they're all sitting in the bubbles. Jinbei, obviously, with Senor Pink's powers. Mihawk with Mr. One's. Poor little Hancock's going, aw, sitting in the bubble.
She's like, they're all sweating.
All sweating. And then that says, oh, that's good to know. I thought they were just sitting in bubbles right now. So no, those are actually prisons for them, making sure that they're safe and we're not actually getting, the Seraphims attacking us. You can rest assured, we have not received any orders to kill you. We have no interest in you.
Oh.
Okay. Interesting. You don't? Well, then I guess we're okay. Be that as it may, I am grateful to you, S-Snake. And you've got Frankie up in the corner. You released us from your stone powers, but it's strange. That shouldn't be part of your programming. Oh my God, dude. Wait a minute.
I'm sorry, too.
Oh, we see the same exact panel, bro. Oh my God, dude. Even the young Hancock, even S.
Oh my God. Even still Hancock is like in love with Luffy.
Everyone's in love with Louis. Hey, Hancock, they're my friends. Please, you gotta undo it. You gotta
look at her face. Oh my God.
This is so cute. You're the only one who could save them, please. And then she's going, all right, I'll just stop looking right at me, okay?
She's like,
so S-Snake is also in love with Luffy, just as regular Hancock is in love with Luffy. This is great. I see someone in the chat, Elvis is saying it's genetic love. So she's genetically programmed to love Luffy.
Genetic love, I love it.
This is great. And you got Jinbei even laughing, saying, even the actual Hancock, a real nasty piece of work, can't turn down a request from Luffy. So how funny that her Seraphim is the exact same way. And you got Vegapunk saying, yes, the information transmitted through the bloodline elements when producing clones really is most fascinating. And meanwhile, you got Luffy up there saying, thanks a lot for it, Hancock. And she's in a little bubble, just like covering her face, in love with Luffy.
It's like she's on a Ferris wheel or something.
Oh,
That's
man.
so cute.
And she even responded, she said, hey, did he just say that he's in love with me? Up in the corner. Yeah, right. That's great.
Oh, that's awesome.
Meanwhile, it says, Stella, we've restored the communication system, but the Frontier Dome still won't open. We can't escape without the barrier receding. And meanwhile, York is still laying down on the ground. It seems like it made her boobs a little bigger in that panel. I feel like Oda kind of went out of his way.
Yeah, they're really. Maybe it could have been all the bashing Nami did.
It could have been. It could have been. I don't, yeah. Oh, it's right. Maybe they're swollen.
I don't know.
Could be. Because Nami's just smacking her.
I mean, you look at Luffy's face, what she does to Luffy's face the
Yeah,
entire
totally,
time.
totally.
Like, it could be the case.
Oh my god, that's so funny. So York is saying it's pointless. There's an encryption code on it, and my brain isn't synced to all of yours, so you won't get it from me.
She's looking so
Meanwhile, you got Lilith just going like, we'll see about that. I'm under the protection of the code and the world itself. Now look, I could really go for some food right now, and Lilith's just realizing they're kind of in a stalemate, going like, ugh, angry at York. Ooh, Stussy! I was wondering where Stussy was. It's been a minute since the last time we saw her. So I remember there was people theorizing last chapter that Stussy and Robin and Kaku were off doing something else. So this chapter is basically confirming, like, no, they are with the main group then. Yeah. And she says, we are completely surrounded on all sides, Stella. There are 100 ships of various sizes and about 30,000 men, I guess. This is quite an ordeal then. And meanwhile, Sanji, of course, serving her tea. Happy, of course, being the simp that he is, saying, welcome back, Miss Stussy. Now, would you like a coffee? Meanwhile, Vegapunk has no interest in that. He turns over to Nami. Nami, you're the navigator, right? She goes, yep. Hi. That's me. Yeah, right in the corner. All right, turn the page. Here we go. Get a nice shot of the log post. It says the log post hasn't recorded the signal yet, but we still have one steady needle from Wano that we can use. And it's it's pointing northeast of here. That'd be Elbaf. Then we're finally going. We're finally going to Elbaf. Oh my gosh! Look at that Luffy and Usopp freaking out.
Oh my god! It reminds me. It reminds me of the one where there was Chopper. It was kind of like they were bummed out about something.
Yeah.
It was Chopper, Luffy, and Usopp, and they kind of looked like, and that's kind of the similar face.
I love this confirmation then that we are actually going to get an Elbaf arc, because I think there was a little moment there. I feel like with Egghead and with the way they're hyping up the incident on Egghead led me to believe that I think Egghead was going to be a bigger arc than I was expecting it to be. Yeah. And that we might not necessarily get a full Elbaf arc, especially considering like what just happened there with Shanks and with Kid. Yeah. So I was thinking like, I don't know, maybe that would be relegated to a side thing, but no, confirmation. Elbaf is next. We're pointing there. Elbaf it is. We're finally going. Usopp and Luffy freaking out. Elbaf also, well, we'll save it for the theory portion, but there's a lot of cool things that can happen in Elbaf. Now knowing
20 something years now.
Yeah, literally since the setup in Little Garden. So we are going. The Isle of Giants at last, and also you've got Robin with the ... because obviously Saul's going to be there. Jaguar D. Saul is going to be in Elbaf. We know he's alive. All right.
Oh my god. Reunion. Oh my god.
You got them even singing in the corner. Elbaf.
I can't wait for this the animated version of this. Oh my god.
This is going to be so cute. Everyone is huge because they're all giants. Now what does that translate to? What are they? They're saying Elbaf, obviously. I can see that.
Minna dekai zo gyojin dashi. Yeah.
Oh, Kyojin.
Yeah.
Si sendases senanver sendiega. Oh my god.
Gyojin dashi. So basically, yeah, same thing. Yeah.
Kyojin. Yeah. Okay, cool. Oh, don't give me that look. Come on, you got Vegapunk sitting over there, Stussy over there. Lucci's just angry that she's taken the tea from Sanji, obviously. But look, you know what? Sanji's a good guy. He wants to make sure she's taken care of. It's fine. So Vegapunk's pointing and saying, fortunately, your ship is currently here at the Labo phase, but the Navy ships are waiting along every bit of the coastline, so we can't leave via the port. Meanwhile, northeast, right, is what...
Yeah.
NE, northeast?
Octo.
The northeast direction we'd be heading is on the back side of the island. So good thing that your ship is with the Vega Force 1. Look at that thing. Wow. That is awesome.
It's on land.
Yeah, that is cool.
Whoa.
We could use the Vega Force 1 to simply fly over the Navy blockade, ideally. But the robot can only fly. Oh, dude, Frankie is gonna flip when he sees a robot flying. But the robot can only fly in the airspace over Egghead. So once you leave, it will fall to Earth. And Frankie's going, no problem. That's where we can use the Sunny's coup de burst.
We got you covered there.
To fly even farther. He's like, we got you. If we fly a kilometer away, none of them will be able to catch us. And Vegapunk's pointing over at the camera going, what? That ship can fly over a whole kilometer? Hell, let's do that.
Damn.
What's his translation? Oh, he says damn?
Yeah. Hang on, where is it? Kora de tobu? Kora de.
I just love this shot of Vegapunk. Is so funny of him pointing at the camera like, well, let's do that.
あの船1キロも飛ぶのか?
I
this
love
ship
that.
can fly a kilometer in the air. Yeah, I can.
I love it. And then meanwhile, Atlas is saying, perfect, but we still need to deactivate the Frontier Dome first. And York, looking smugly on the bottom of the page, is saying, I'm still not going to tell you the code. Meanwhile, the rest of them are like, let's crack this thing. So you've got Vegapunk on the bottom alongside Atlas saying, never play mind games with Vegapunk. So they're going full force hacking mode to try to open this up
that.
as we turn to the next page.
Vegapunkを舐めるな.
Yeah.
Vegapunkを舐めるな. I love that.
See, I love the fact that you're here with me reading this because then it adds that extra oomph to certain lines as you're saying them in Japanese. I think it's perfect.
Awesome.
That is so cool. Dude, so far, I feel like we're here for a pretty good chapter. This is pretty
this.
good.
I'm loving
this is a
it
good
so
one.
far.
All right, so Vegapunk's on the top saying, Lilith, I want you to use the Vega Force 1 to ... Wait, let's go move the ship around the back. We gotta hurry. The barrier could come down at any moment. Good point. It means that we can escape, but also that the enemy can attack us. So we have Lilith, Luffy, Frankie, and Bonnie basically in a group.
For them. They're running.
Yep.
They're running towards. The
and it says,
from Merry-Go, right?
Lilith is saying, I'll admit it, this is my first time ever leaving the island. She seems to be in pretty good spirits considering she was crying 2 pages ago about Pythagoras.
Yeah,
so now Lilith is like seeming pretty happy again. Meanwhile, you have Frankie being like, this ain't a field trip, buddy. Whatever. So, whatever.
This is the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Ensoku Jinezo.
Yeah.
Ensoku field trip. Frank is like, Ensoku Jinezo.
So Luffy says, well, whatever it is, we don't have enough food on board. And Bonnie's in agreement saying, we'd eat it all in a day, so I suggest we get more pizzas.
Nice. I'm Bonnie.
Cheese is enough. Sanji can make the pizza on his own, so let's just bring the cheese back. Pretty cool, huh? He's a good cook and a good fighter? Wait a minute.
I'm loving her face. This
She's
is
liking that she's fanboying over Sanji a little bit. She's like, wait a minute, he's a cook and he's a fighter. I might be falling in love with him a little bit. And to be fair, I've never really been a big fan of the Pudding ship. I know a lot of people really want Sanji to end up with Pudding after what happened in Whole Cake Island, giving the kiss. I've always liked Sanji and Viola a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I think Bonnie is honestly a really good choice for Sanji because
that could work, right?
she could just constantly eat his food. She's cute.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
And that smile.
I know that smile. She's
That's
into
like,
it.
yeah, I've not seen that.
The
in
chat
a while.
seems to be in agreement. I'm seeing over here too. People. Sanji shipping already happening.
Yes.
Of course we gotta do. Dude, I am a Sanji fanboy. I've got the Sanji shirt. We gotta do it. All right, here we go. And Luffy's like, wait, why are you so cheerful all of a sudden? This is weird.
He's like suspicious. Like, what?
Yeah, well, I decided I'm not gonna kill Vegapunk anymore. I guess crying all night helped you feel better, huh? She goes, I wasn't crying. So now Bonnie officially on our side, not gonna kill Vegapunk, hanging out with all of us. All right, transmission from Rob Lucci. Oh, so we're back to the Marine ships now. Here we go. We've got details on what's happening inside. Share these with all the ships. Did you hear that, Borsalino? I did. Meanwhile, Saturn's sitting there with his glass of wine.
Him talking to himself, that might have been it. Him talking to himself, like, and then
like taking account of the Straw Hats earlier and mentioning like, the 2 Vegapunks dead?
Reporting it to them or something?
Ooh, interesting.
I don't know.
He's talked a big game, like he was in control. But it seems like they're actually trapped inside, and Kizaru's walking up as well. The Frontier Dome is a laser defense system, right? And you are light. That means you can get inside. Dude, we are. We're totally getting a Kizaru fight. If the chapter's named Kizaru,
Right,
we have to.
We've got to see something.
We got to see something. He goes, quite frankly, I can. But a good friend of mine is defending Vegapunk below it. Obviously, he's talking about Sentomaru. Naturally, right?
Yeah.
Because Sentomaru and him have the history, he calls him uncle and all that stuff too.
Yeah.
So I think Kizaru might be in a weird kind of situation. Like, I don't want to go after Sentomaru. I feel like I kind of have to at this point.
Yeah.
But, all right, well, let's see.
See what this leads to.
Meanwhile, You have Saturn just go and leap over him then. And kind of going back to there's a little bit of like, I'm wondering if the translation's the same here too. The way I'm reading that is the leap over him thing kind of goes back to him calling everybody insects, right? The people that he doesn't need like insects. So it's almost like jump over the insect.
Yeah, it's like tobi yokaro. So it's kind of like if you're to like just leap over and fly over, you'll be fine.
Exactly. Well, that's not a very sporting thing to do when a man is making a principled stand like that. I'd prefer to play this one by the book. Yeah. So Kizaru, all right. And you should know that when we attack, it will mean that countless sea beast weapons and 50 pacifistas under Sentomaru's command will begin sinking our ships in response. There's going to be a heavy cost for this fight. Oh, dude.
He's like,
I'm getting so pumped for this.
Oh my god, look at him. He's like freaking out.
I know. And time is of the essence, so tell me, where is the power plant? Meanwhile, Kizaru holding things down saying, Rob Lucci is a very capable agent. He sent all the information that I wanted to know. Meanwhile, all the ships prepare for battle on the top. Great shot of all the ships on the top. You've got some of the other vice admirals that we saw in the previous chapter talking. It says, if you can use the 6 powers, make for land when the battle starts. Damn. Okay.
This is serious,
so we're going to have multiple other characters. Okay, liberate the captive Cypherpole agents. Roger that.
Who's that?
Our cannons are worthless against the pacifistas, so use them on the sea beast weapons. Yes, sir. So again, building up more of the stuff that we saw with the vice admirals in the previous chapter. Again, setting up that they're totally going to have fights. Yeah. I mean, that's what's going to go down. Luffy just jumping around going, this is fun. It's like Sky Island ground. Bouncing up and down.
Excited. I think Frank is enjoying it too, I think.
He's like, come on, take it seriously. Take it seriously over here. You got Vega Force in the back, and you got that little shot of Lilith, too, bouncing on the ground. All right, so we turn the page. Wow, this seems like a pretty long chapter. Okay.
It is very much. This is like...
All right.
A lot to read.
All right, let's see. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, here we go.
I turned the page. I didn't see it in the English, but then I looked down on the page, and I recognize this anywhere. We're going on break after this, right? We're going on break after this chapter.
Hang on.
That's what that means.
Yeah, maybe.
I think that's what that means. Because I'm like, normally those special messages are for when you skip a week. So is there a holiday next week or something? Or
wait, where's my phone?
We'll see. Yeah, I guess you could look it up on your phone. Oh yeah, your phone over here. See, we have all our different things all set up with multiple monitors and everything. Oh, chat is saying we are on break. It was announced. This is an Oda break, actually. We're saying you are actually right. It's Roger's so used to this, he recognizes the break even in Japanese, the little break text. All right, well, let's continue, because there's obviously more to this chapter. So we got here, Sacred Yatamir, Kizaru making his way over to the island, it appears. Very, very cool. You get the little glints coming from the ship as he propels over. You have the sea beast. So, you're finally here, old man, Sentomaru. And it says, twing! The pacifistas eliminate all hostilities. Meanwhile, Kizaru making his way over. Here I go, Sentomaru, flying directly into him. Sentomaru, oh, you get a great shot of Kizaru slamming into Sentomaru. Oh, dude. Yo.
This is wild.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my God.
My defense is the world's greatest, is what Sentomaru's saying, trying to hold him back. Meanwhile, you got the Vega Force there. Oh, and Luffy's like, wait a minute. Light from below? Someone's here. Someone's strong. Wait, where's your cap? Where's your cap? You got to get your cap. Oh, man. Hold on. Where is it? We have so many cool One Piece things over here. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. To be continued. Oh, man. So, all right. So now it seems like, well, really, if it's set up right here, because where is Sentomaru? Sentomaru is on the side of the island with the Vega Force, right? So I'm assuming that is setting up then for Luffy to fight Kizaru.
Yeah.
Because if he's saying someone is here, someone strong.
And that face.
And they've now basically telegraphed after this chapter, like, look, we are going to Elbaf. This chapter, they mentioned in this chapter, Elbaf is next, we're making the log pose, we're going. So, I am wondering if maybe the next couple chapters are like Kizaru versus Luffy, because Kizaru even mentioned during this chapter, he wants to play this one by the books. You know, you've got Sentomaru holding down the defense. Luffy and Bonnie and Frankie together? And Lilith? The four of them could probably take down Kizaru. Honestly, Luffy on his own, I feel like could do it.
Gear 5, like
Yeah.
Gear 5, like it'd be like him pulling the ground and like
Exactly.
flying in the air,
Like
again.
blocking his light shots and having him bounce all over the place. I kind of feel like Luffy can do it on his own.
Yeah,
so Luffy also with Frankie and the technology and the light would be super cool to have Frankie somewhat involved in a fight against the Admiral.
Yeah.
And for it to be Kizaru, because again Kizaru is the one that he was the one that was studied to make the pacifista.
Yeah.
And obviously Frankie has been studying all of Vegapunk stuff, so it all kind of comes into play, dude. Frankie and Luffy versus Kizaru would be fire, bro. That would be so sick.
Fire.
Oh man.
So dope.
All right. Well, I think that's the end of the chapter then. That's it. Bada bing, bada boom. Next page. We're already on to the next step. This, by the way, there's all these other cool things running in Jump right now. You have Roboco over here. Shout out to James. I know James is a huge Roboco fan.
Which, I love watching it on Netflix really as well.
What is this? You can win a Switch Lite or a Final Fantasy 16?
Yeah, you got like a lot of things going on.
Oh. See, it's just fun to go through Jump. They even have a little like mail-in thing where you can get a Zoro or a
You can get a
Sanji.
little Roboco figure as well if you want.
This is so cute. Dude, look at all
Send
these.
this up by September.
Before I
4th.
leave.
Yeah, and you get
Also, here's images of the Togashi exhibit that we were going to go to in Osaka. Unfortunately, we couldn't end up going because there was a typhoon the day that we were originally scheduled to go down to Osaka, so we had to move things around, which is why we went to Kanazawa. But still, really, really cool. I'm glad that we get to see a little bit of it in here. It really was a
speaking
bummer.
of the exhibition, I have a.
Oh, very, very nice. The tattoo.
You see that?
Very cool.
Sailor Moon tattoo.
James says, I remember what I drew, but I don't remember what it looks like for the thumbnail. Well, we should actually see. Let's take a look at what James drew for the thumbnail. All right, let's pull this up.
Seeing this on live.
I know. Dude, this is just so cool. Being able to, like, have all of this on multiple monitors. Dude, I cannot thank you enough for letting us record in the studio. This is so cool. All right, let's open this up. Let's see what James drew. All right, drive. Now, hopefully, oh, here we go. Here,
What?
Oh, James. Oh, wow. All right, so I'm going to
gorgeous.
pull this over to the screen. Look at this.
That's gorgeous.
Yo, that is absolutely awesome.
Love
Drawing Kizaru flying over the island.
And the lips.
The little lip, like, on his way.
That is
Dude,
beautiful, man.
that is absolutely beautiful, James.
Wow.
Well done. Well done. Dude, this, I can't stress enough to you how cool it is to be here live reading a One Piece chapter out of an actual weekly Shonen Jump that we literally picked up from the 7-Eleven. We went down the street, went to 7-Eleven, we got our little snacks. And then with the snacks that we bought, we got little promo cards for the One Piece card game. And look at this, we got promo Gear 5 Luffy cards. Really, really cool. I'm going to find a way to implement this in one of my decks. I still have to make one of my decks. So cool. And then even just walking around Meguro has been so nice. We walked by the temple that apparently with the Kozuki clan birds on the top.
The little phoenixes, yeah.
So cool. We walked by the little river as we were coming on over here. It was just, it's been so fun. I cannot stress enough how cool this trip has been. Getting to go to Shibuya, getting to go to Kanazawa. You know, Yokohama, I still have my... This backpack has come in handy. Shout out to Pokemon Company. They provided us with these backpacks from Yokohama. And we have all these awesome little, like, you know, compartments in there and everything. We have a little Yokohama. I know, look at that. A little Yokohama coin purse and everything. It's just, it's awesome. The amount of stuff that we've managed to do on this trip, despite the fact that it's been ridiculously hot the whole time we were here.
And this year it's like, it's hotter than usual. Like, people living here are just saying, like, it's way more humid than it normally is. Like, it's been sweltering for like a good 2 months right now. So,
oh man. I do feel like, because I love Japan. Every time I come to Japan, it's just always great. And by the way, I wanted to say this as well. Hold on, let me get my Starbucks. Where is it over here? As I came back from the station, because I got us breakfast on the way over from Shibuya, because that's where we're staying right now. And so basically I got us breakfast. I walked on over, but I needed a coffee. So I went into the Starbucks that was at this is the Meguro Tokyo.
Meguro Ature.
Yeah.
Ature.
And I walked in, and the barista pointed directly at my shirt and went, Roger Nikki, like Roger Nikki, like Brother Roger. And I was like, yeah. And they go, RogersBase. I love your videos. And I love your shirt. And then she pointed, because I'm wearing my Sanji shirt, and she was like, One Piece kakoi?
Yeah.
Kakoi? Is that like cool?
Cool, yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, that's so amazing. So then she made my coffee. Shout out to Mitsuko. over at Starbucks. Greatly appreciate it. You did a great job with my cold brew this morning. Thank you very much. And thank you to everybody who's been stopping me. Just even walking around, it's been cool. Like
You've been stopped like how many times?
At least like 20. At least. And it's been constant during the trip. I feel like every day has just been someone else coming up to me saying how much they love my videos and how happy they are that I'm in Japan. It's such a cool feeling because I feel like I don't know. You don't get that type of interaction in America. I think the same way. I think in America, because it's so big, I'm a small fish in a huge pond, obviously, even with a lot of subscribers. I feel like I'm a micro influencer compared to some of these million subscriber people. And so being here in Japan and all these One Piece fans coming up to me and being like, I love your stuff has been so cool. So and Nintendo fans. Dude, the amount of people have been coming up like, I love Japan time, or I love your Nintendo reactions. It's just been so cool. So yeah, it's been an awesome trip. All right, well, I think we should get into some theory crafting. Let's look at the super chats. Let's see what people are saying. Let's see if we can pull it up on the screen. And let's see what people are talking about. Well, that's people going, you've earned it, Roger. They're a true brand ambassador. This is just, it's been so cool. And thank you again to everybody who came through to the stream. I know it's way later than normal. Normally I'd be doing it like around midnight, but I didn't want to wake up at midnight. We had a long night. We were at Tokyo Skytree yesterday. And then today too, I was like, I didn't want to do it too early. I know you have classes later. I've got stuff I got to do. I have meetings to go to. So it's like, I think doing it at 9 Japan time was the perfect time. We got a super chat. Who's that from? It says, I'd like Kizaru to continuously attack the Straw Hats on sea while they are escaping. So instead of a one-on-one fight, basically chasing them as like a beam of light, jumping from ship to ship to ship and attacking them.
Oh, wow.
That'd be a cool idea, honestly. I feel like...
And you can probably do that, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, easily. I feel like the end of this chapter, though, definitely implies that he wants to do it by the book. Yeah. And that he wants to fight them on the home turf, on Egghead Island. So I don't necessarily think they're going to move too far from where they are right now. Dude, look at all these different questions and comments and stuff. OG says, I think Stussy might be Devon. She went outside to see how many battleships there were. When she came back, Sanji said welcome back, which proves she was gone for a few minutes, and Rob Lucci was staring at her suspiciously. I took that little... I mean, that's a cool idea, because we do know that Blackbeard's ship is there, or someone from Blackbeard is there at Egghead.
Oh my god. Yeah, and there's like waiting around the corner or something to make that move or something.
I'm looking at the face right now with Stussy. And then turning, this is I think on page 6 or page 7.
It's the one where she got the coffee from.
Yeah. I kind of took it as a Lucci being like, really? The next page. Yeah. So,
the one with Lucci, right?
Yeah, where he's looking over at her. I didn't necessarily think of that as like suspicious. I thought of that more as like kind of a glare. Like, really, Stussy? You put us to sleep, you're working with them, you're letting them make you tea now? Like, really?
Well, she did, I mean, in all fairness, she did bite him in the neck. So.
She did bite them in the neck. Yeah, to be fair, though, they deserved it. So,
yeah.
So, Stussy being on our side is a good thing. Succubusy is what I like to call her. So, I love her, though. I mean, that's a cool idea. The potential that maybe Devon is Stussy. Oh, we got 30 months as a member. Thank you very much. Jeez. Who's that coming from? From J-Man Joestar, saying, man, this setup reminds me of your chapter reviews in the old apartment back in 2016. I'm getting nostalgic for some reason. I guess to be fair, yeah, because we have your shelf in here kind of reminds me of my shelf back at my old apartment when I first moved to LA. And so I think people are feeling a little nostalgic for it at this point. I love it. I cannot get over, though, how cool that closet is. Like, I wish I could show on my phone. We're using it as a camera right now. I'll put it in, like, a vlog. I'm probably going to put together a full RogersBase in Japan vlog once I get back. And I'll showcase everything that's in Charlie's studio. But he basically has a closet over here that's just filled to the brim with One Piece goodies. You've got all the figures on the top, all the little choppers, that awesome Oden statue that's up there as well. You've got the One Piece anniversary.
I'm not joking. Those,
yeah, look at all those. Plus all your jumps, all your physical jumps that are lined up, all your One Piece volumes. I love, what are those the little Zoro that's over there? It's like a little Zoro cat. They're so cute. Yeah, those little guys. Yeah, who are they?
The little bears.
Luffy, Taro, and Zoro. Yeah. Oh man, look at these. Look at these little guys.
We got little
so cute.
The ones.
Oh man, these are so cute. Oh yeah, look at these. The little Tsum ones. Of course, Carrot. Shout out to Maze. If you're in here right now, we got a little Carrot Tsum.
We got let's have a look.
Let's see. Oh, Sakura Blossom. Oh, yo, look at that. Sakura Blossom Chopper. Oh my gosh. Beppo, my guy.
This
hold on, wait a minute.
Super rare.
This Beppo is super rare. So where do you get him from?
Well, I got this from the Mugiwara store, but
cool.
But once this sold out, people were selling these on like America for like $100, and they're only
these little Beppos.
Yeah, but they're only like in 20 or something. So, yeah.
Also, hold on. On the topic of Beppo, let me get the Beppo hat we have over here. I should have been wearing this during the live reaction. I messed up. Dude, this is so Dude, I love this. You get the chopper one on. There we go. I totally see. The only thing is, I'm gonna get incredibly hot in this in like 5 minutes.
Oh yeah.
I guess you got air conditioning and stuff on. It's good. Yeah, but we got the Beppo hat on.
we got 2 Jinbeis here.
Very cute. Oh yeah, we got alternate color Jinbeis with different Jinbeis. Look at that. Happy Jinbei and angry Jinbei.
And we got my man.
Oh, cool.
Marimo.
We got Zoro over here.
And we got Kurukuru Maige.
Of course. That's my main man. We got Sanji over here. Look, I like his little mustache.
Right?
Little mustache, super cute.
And the future pirate king.
Of course. Luffy senpai! Oh, man. We really do look decked out now. This is like perfect. I really should have been wearing this throughout the whole reaction. Mochi's laughing in the chat. fellow person in Japan.
Mochi like Mochi.
Mochi.
There's a funny joke.
Like Mochi.
Mochi.
Right, exactly. So Mochi
I
is the
did
play
that.
on words.
I was having like mochi soup on the phone, and my mom called, and by mistake, I said mochi instead of mochi. Everyone just burst into laughter. It was hilarious.
We have Randall L, who super chatted and said, "Do you all think that we are going to get a flashback of the Straw Hats versus Seraphim at this point?" I don't think so. I don't. I think them showing us. I mean, it'd be nice, but I feel like them showing us that they're in the bubbles and that they're already imprisoned kind of says to me that we're going to skip past that a little bit.
I would have liked to see.
It would have been nice to see the fights, but I feel like especially now that we have an end game in place with Elbaf, like that we know that Elbaf is going to be next. The log pose is posing there.
Elbaf!
I mean, that's wild.
I'm so hyped for that.
Them saying that already during this chapter, I think is kind of. I really thought Egghead was going to be
a little bit longer.
After, because with the way they've been hyping up the incident.
Yeah.
I mean, now it seems pretty clear like what the end game is, right? They're getting to the Vega Force. Kude burst out of there over the naval ships. Yeah. We don't necessarily have to have all the fights, and we get out of there. Yeah. Now, obviously, the big incident that could shake the world, the same level of Ohara, could very well be something to the extent of like they destroy the lab that can recreate the Mother Flame, or Kizaru gets taken down, or something that could happen within maybe the next 10 chapters or so. But I don't know. I thought we were going to be in Egghead for much longer.
I mean, how much longer do you think we're going to be in Egghead Island for? Like,
I mean, minimum, it's got to be another 10, 15 chapters.
At least this year, right?
It has to be this year. I mean, we're in July right now. We're August. We're in August.
20th of August.
Yeah, so 20th of August. So let's see. I've been here for so long. I don't even know what month it is.
21st.
That's why I know.
21st.
21st of August. Right.
21st,
of course. I know it's not September because Nintendo Live is in September. So then I'm assuming if we have a break next week, and then we have another chapter going into that first week of September. And then, assuming there's no breaks in September, that's 5 chapters, right? 1 more for this month, and then 4 for next month.
Fine, okay.
Okay. That takes us to October. We always go on break in December, and there's always a break in November as well. So I feel like 4, 8, like
20?
8 plus 5? Like
13, 15,
12,
maybe?
13, 14 maybe? Max in terms of chapters this year. I don't see Egghead wrapping up before that. I don't think we're in Elbaf.
Oh no, like at least that's probably like sometime next year.
Yeah, it has to be next year. There's too much stuff going on. Yeah. Plus we've got the One Piece live action coming up. Yep. We've got thank you very much. Getting some fresh brewed tea in my One Piece cup right over here. Very nice. Very, very nice. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. I got that from the
oh, this is good.
Yeah,
really good.
It's barley tea, mugicha.
Ooh, delicious.
I got it from the
look how cool this cup is.
One Piece Mugiwara store, the Tokyo One Piece Tower one before they closed.
Oh,
that's for the first year, so I was like.
So that was actually the last time.
Yeah.
That was the last time that we saw each other prior to this trip. Because if people go back and watch the One Piece Tokyo Tower vlog that we did back in late 2019, Charlie was with Maddie when the two of us were doing the poneglyph search. Yep. back in Tokyo Tower. So you've actually been a guest star on the channel before.
I have indeed.
You have indeed. So now you're just on for one of the live reactions. There you go. Kanpai. There you go. Nakama. I love this Beppo hat. I could wear this all day. This is just
in winter. That's great. Like it keeps you warm and snug. But in summer, it's like it's a
yeah. So I don't know. I think theoretically, I could see Elbaf being next year. I feel like there's just too much stuff. I don't think Oda wants to rush a fight with an admiral.
No, I mean,
if we're getting a fight with Kizaru,
it's going to be at least like a good.
It's got to. I mean,
a good few chapters.
Easy. You can't rush a fight with Kizaru.
It's going to be a good few months.
Like
at
look at the track that we've seen with other major villains and major fights in other story arcs. We had Luffy lose to Kaido 3 times. If you put all those chapters together, even that third fight as Year 5, that went on like, 5-6 chapters? And that was just 1/3 of that Kaido fight. I can't imagine him rushing through a Kizaru fight
God, no.
unless Kizaru, it ends in a stalemate, where Kizaru doesn't necessarily get taken down.
Oh man, I would so like to see Luffy whoop his ass, like seriously.
Me too, I want to see that happen.
Oh my god,
like to really prove, because that to me I think goes back to what we keep hearing about during Egghead Island, right?
Yeah.
Where they keep saying time and time and time again that there is going to be a major incident that happens right here at Egghead Island.
Yeah.
And I feel like the takedown of an admiral could definitely be one of those things.
Just here?
Just here, one of my members says, I see where you're coming from, but the way Oda's been writing, I really don't think he wants to waste time and explain all that in a flashback with the Seraphim. He's been getting straight to business. So I think, Just Here agrees with what we're saying.
Which is great. Like, I thought like Wano Kuni was it was a beautiful chapter, but like it did drag on for a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely thought Wano dragged.
Same with Whole Cake Island was like it was a beautiful chapter, great chapter.
Yeah.
The fight scene between Luffy, as we were talking the other day about.
Oh my god, yeah.
With, like Luffy and
Katakuri.
Katakuri was just absolutely gorgeous, but it just like after the whole cake fell over that bit.
Right,
like,
I'm in complete agreement.
Right?
That's where I feel like it set a dips too, because I think the Katakuri fight is great, right? But the everything surrounding it in the second half of Whole Cake, I think really drags that arc, because that line of chapters, and I just brought this up recently on one of my arc ranking videos. That line of chapters from the fight with Cracker in the Seducing Woods, leading all the way up to when the cake falls after the Big Mom flashback is like peak One Piece. The Luffy versus Sanji stuff, the Big Mom flashback, the introduction of Morgans in the underground.
Big Mom chasing, what's the tree's name again?
Oh my god, King Bomb.
That was like
and
so
ripping him,
oh my god.
So good. There's so much
good.
peak One Piece that's in that group of... Also like Sanji seeing Pudding's betrayal and like that beautiful shot of him with the wet cigarette in the rain. Oh, it's just...
And the fight with him and Luffy,
good. Luffy and Sanji's so good.
Oh man, that brought me to tears.
Same here.
Oh my god,
so
brought me to tears.
And so I feel like that bit of Whole Cake was fantastic, and I do definitely agree with you that I feel like the latter half kind of dragged a little bit. Yeah. And I think Wano was very much the same way. I think Wano, I would have cut it a little more slack had Yamato actually joined. But I think because Yamato didn't end up joining and we spent so much time with that character, we then kind of spent all this time with the character that we're probably not going to see again until like the end of the series now. Yamato was a whole big thing. So I feel like if Yamato had joined, right, and that was actually set up for the next major Straw Hat, leading up to Egghead Island, I would have maybe been like, okay, I understand why we needed all of this. Yeah. But I think having that full flashback and playing it out the way that they did, I think we spent a little too much time on that. So yeah, but I mean that's not to say Wano's bad. I don't think Wano or Whole Cake are bad arcs. Rob said, look, I'd cut Wano more slack if Carrot joined. I'm still salty about that. Where is Carrot? Over here. Yeah.
Carrot-chan, nande inai no? Why aren't you with them?
I know, why aren't you in the crew, Carrot? What's going on here? Oh man.
Got you.
Got you indeed. Nightmo said, what if
Who's Nightmo?
What if Sanji and Zoro take down Kizaru since he uses sabers and kicks, and you make them worthy wings of the Pirate King? Oh my god, dude, that would be fire.
This could go like a whole bunch
This
of
could go
directions.
so many different ways. Could you imagine that shot of Luffy potentially about to go fight Kizaru, but they know that they need to leave and go to Elbaf, And so then Sanji and Zoro pull the reverse of what happened in Dressrosa, where they're like, no, you go, we'll stay behind.
And they were like, makasete. And then, and these two, they get along like so, and there's no more like bitching and no more arguing. It's like, let's get down to business, let's take him out, and like,
and you have, I could see the shot right there of the two of them standing side by side with Kizaru coming down, dude. Oh my gosh.
I'm getting chills.
Kizaru versus Sanji and Zoro would be so fire.
So
and then that would also give us an opportunity to sort of see everybody against the Admiral, right? Because we could have Luffy and Frankie and Lilith and Bonnie as we do right now for the first half of the fight, right? Because we always have them fight in chunks. First half of the fight is them. They jump on the ship. They burst out of there. Zoro and Sanji fight. And then the two of them stand side by side and take down Kizaru. Would be absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. There's so many ways the fight could go down. Exactly.
What a great time to be alive.
What a good time to be a One Piece fan, honestly. Right? Also, I agree with Rob in the chat completely. Rob said, by the way, where's the Kuma and Bonnie flashback? What ended up happening with Kuma's memories? Because, again, in this chapter... Wait, let me go back to it real quick.
That was like it was like a month ago or two?
So it was about a month and a half ago at this point where we saw that shot of Bonnie falling down crying with the memories. And now you have Bonnie saying in this chapter... let me go to the page. Hold on. Where is it? Where is
happy.
She not only that, but she says, I don't want to kill Vegapunk anymore.
She's either over...
It's right here, right? Where she's like, I don't want to kill Vegapunk anymore. So I am wondering if maybe she saw something else in those memories that alerted her, like, no, Kuma did this.
Because that whatever happened, it changed her.
Right.
Whatever she saw, like, it just changed her.
Right.
Her whole, like...
But, I mean, initially we started the story, she wanted to kill Vegapunk.
She was, like, on this whole killing spree of killing, like, this,
Yeah, so now
she
seems friendly with the Straw Hats. She's crushing on Sanji a little bit. She doesn't want to kill Vegapunk anymore.
That look.
That look is great.
I mean, like, for a second...
This is one of my big revelations of this chapter, is seeing Bonnie with that look.
Like, now when she smiles and wins.
A little bit? Like, okay, to be fair, Oda does draw a lot of his women very much the same. Sometimes I'll see a page and I'm like, I don't know if this is Robin or Hancock.
I think Robin, her eyes and nose are very distinct.
Yeah, for sure.
And obviously, and even Hancock, like her hair.
Hancock's hair is the thing that always gives it away for me. Right,
her eyebrows, but like Nami, like the face, like that. Yeah, it's
totally. That could be. Yeah, if it's grayed out, that could be Nami. That could be Stussy. That could be any number of characters. Exactly. Not that we're complaining. You know, they're all pretty. So who cares? It's fine.
I mean, I've got the birthday badges up there. Look, I've got.
Oh yeah, of course.
I've got ZV, got Nami. Robin,
I just noticed that really cool Godzilla picture that's up there in there too.
Oh yeah, I got that drawn last year at Tokyo Comic Con.
Oh, that's
really
so
good,
cool.
American artist. He's a huge kaiju fan. So
Now, Comic-Con's going on right now, isn't it? Isn't it this week?
Oh, Comic-Con?
Yeah, Comic-Con.
It actually finished, and I was actually going to take Reagan to this. Well, but I didn't.
She would have probably loved it. Yeah.
The second day, because they're like a bunch of my favorite artists were there. I wanted to see the artists from Trigger.
Oh yeah.
Artists from Kill.
Yeah.
Kill. They were there.
I was looking for stuff because you had mentioned what a big fan you are of Studio Trigger. So when I went back and I was looking at the different shops, I was seeing if there was anything. There is something Gurren Lagann happening right now.
What?
I don't know what it is necessarily.
It's their 15th anniversary. So.
Because there's big signs in Shibuya everywhere.
That's where I took the photo the other day. We were all waiting there.
Right.
That was the 15th,
with the big Gurren Lagann sign.
That was the 15th
also,
anniversary.
while I have you here and we're talking about it, and we were talking about the signs in Shibuya Square, what do you think is up with the One Piece Netflix? The way they're promoting it with the Oda quotes, it's very strange. So, for anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, there's basically billboards for the live action that are in Shibuya Square right now that have quotes of the back and forth from Netflix and Oda's notes during the development process for One Piece live action, where Oda's like, I won't release something that isn't good
until I approve it.
Until I approve it. All this stuff, and it just seems like a really strange way to promote it.
I think like a lot of the fans over here, the way they are, they're like so loyal to the anime and manga.
Maybe
a lot of them I think are like really worried about like how this is going to turn out and like how up until now like these other previous like live actions have turned out. Like I was really looking forward to Cowboy Bebop and
sure.
I mean there were things I loved about it, but again there
was a lot with Cowboy Bebop though where I feel like
the actors beautiful,
great, actors were
casting gorgeous,
great,
clothing gorgeous, the music. But
great,
it was missing a few things.
They tried to Netflix it up a little bit. I feel like I think it came off like people who enjoyed Cowboy Bebop but didn't really know the source material.
Yeah.
Where not the actors, I mean, but
Yeah.
like the actual development
Yeah,
staff.
yeah.
Whereas obviously Matt and the whole cast behind One Piece live action, you know, Emily and McKenna, everybody, they're all fantastic. Iñaki, you know, Jacob, Taz, all of them, they're great. And not only does the cast like love One Piece, but the people working on it love One Piece as well, which is like why it's such a bummer right now that the strikes are going on. Because on one hand, I'm like, I want to do my live reactions to it and I want to cover it, but at the same time, I'm like, I can't do it. I have to wait. But I guess while you're here, I can make an announcement. I can say this. I can make an announcement. I have gotten the go-ahead because all of the stuff what we recorded in Cape Town was prior to the strike. I will be able to upload my behind the scenes from the live action set when I was in Cape Town last year. I'll be able to upload that as soon as the live action drops. So even though there won't be reactions from me until like the strike is over in LA, and I will absolutely save my live reactions. Don't worry. Like I'm gonna wait. I waited so long. I'll wait. There will at least be a video up from me from Cape Town when Reagan and I were there, and that'll be really cool. So that's going to be awesome. Look forward to that.
Yeah, it's a huge thing, the whole strike thing in the US right now.
It's
like,
massive,
like,
yeah.
Because like I have students like who are like learning English here,
Yeah.
seeing this like on YouTube and on I'm not going to say X, but on Twitter.
Sure.
And like saying, what is this whole? Is it SAG?
SAG. So SAG and the right. So basically, what's happening is the Writers Guild went on strike first, and then SAG went on strike after the Writers Guild went on strike.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is that you can't promote properties that are, you know, going against SAG right
That's
now.
what it is, okay.
Right. And so, and if you're SAG eligible or if you're in SAG and you do that, you could be banned from future projects after the things get resolved. So it's kind of a sticky situation where you can't promote anything past what you've already pre-recorded, which is why, like, if you see stuff from Emily or McKenna or Iñaki right now, they're not actually doing it live right now. It's all stuff you'll notice in the top left-hand corner. You'll notice where it says pre-recorded, and it's because they recorded it like months ago. Like pre-strikes and everything, right?
Okay,
so that's why there's not like premieres going on right now, and you're not seeing them in person. There's nothing like that going on because of the strikes. But hopefully they get resolved soon, because then I really want to cover it and do all my reactions and do everything. It's because again the people on it are fantastic.
So I watched the reactions from like a few other like YouTubers who are like huge like nerds and stuff, and they were actually really looking forward to the live action.
Yeah,
I mean,
and then I say
pretty good.
I will say this too. Yeah, I will say this too. Like, I highly encourage. There's going to be plenty of YouTubers who are doing live reactions. Support them. You know, just because I can't doesn't mean you guys can't watch other people doing live reactions. If you're not involved with SAG, you don't live in LA. Like, it doesn't matter. Of course, go watch it to your heart's content, support it, and you should, because obviously the people behind it worked so hard to make it look so good. So, it's probably just because we have 4 different feeds open right now. We've got one open here, one open here, one open here.
Yeah, I just dropped the Wi-Fi from my phone.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, it's only about 10 days away.
Yeah,
right?
only about 10 days away. Yeah, which is pretty cool. Yeah, by the time we get back.
Yeah, like I'm just curious, like what people in Japan are thinking about it right now. Like, my students, a lot, because I've got like several of them, we actually watch and we actually study the One Piece books in English and Japanese.
Oh, cool.
And
that's funny. When I was learning Japanese when I was in college, and again, mind you, I am like by no means fluent. Like, that's why we were so happy to have you when we walked through. I know phrases, right? But one thing that we did in class when I was in college is we actually read One Piece chapters. Yeah. Because the One Piece chapters would have like the basic, the katakana and the romaji and stuff where it's written out so like a kid could read it. We would read some of them, and I learned vocab words through One Piece. So like the Mera Mera no Mi, like the sound of crackling fire, like I learned that from Japanese class, which is kind of cool. And my teacher was a huge One Piece fan, so nice. Really neat. What else are people saying in the chat? Oh, yes, open this up. What do you have to show?
Yes, speaking of One Piece live action.
Oh, okay. What do you got over here?
Got something very special for Roger, which...
Oh, okay. This is for me?
This is indeed for you.
Okay, let's see.
You ready?
I'm ready.
You ready, guys?
I'm ready.
I'm going to let these guys see first. Wait.
Okay. What do we got? What's it going to be? What's it going to be? I'm ready. Oh, the one with... Oh, thank you! The one with Iñaki on the cover.
Just opened right now.
Oh, dude, thank you so much. Yo, dude, I have a whole... I'm going back with the whole collection of jumps right now.
Going for myself.
Oh, my gosh. Dude, this is awesome.
And he was just here, right? He was like,
I'll text him. I'll make sure to text him and be like, dude, look at this.
But yeah.
Because it's
funny.
Get a
selfie and send it to him.
Oh, 100%. Because it's Iñaki and Emily and Jacob and Taz. They're always like messaging me on Instagram. Like the other day, I posted a thing because there was a store in I want to say it was. I think it was Akihabara, but it was technically the town that's like next to it. There's a little fishing tackle shop there called All Blue, and so I recorded a little video in front of the All Blue, and I sent it to Taz.
Found it before you did.
And then Taz put it on his Instagram story, and it was basically like, bro.
Yeah, I know, it's hilarious.
And so yeah, I'll send a photo of this of Iñaki. This is so super cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and
man,
one more thing, which my students said, no, don't give this to anyone. But you know. RogersBase, right? RogersBase, Roger.
Of course. Roger? Oh, man, dude. Thank you very much.
This is
so
a super rare one, apparently.
Wow, thank you very much. Oh, dude, Goldie Roger, look at that. Oh, I love that. Thank you. You know what, I actually... Oh, Bartolomeo! Oh, my God, dude! Bartolomeo! Luffy Senpai! Oh, my God. Oh, I love this. Thank you again.
Dude, yeah,
it's
absolutely welcome.
One of the coolest pieces of One Piece merchandise I've actually found while I was here. I don't have it on me, but I'll show them in a video a little bit later on. I found out of one of the gacha machines.
Yeah.
There was a gacha machine in Tokyo Skytree that when you click it, it gives you a gacha machine. It gives you a miniature gacha machine of the One Piece gachas.
Oh my God.
And so it has the, I pulled for the one that has Crocodile and Rock. This stuff on my One Piece shelf. Some people who are watching the streams right now probably know this because I mentioned this on one of my videos before I left. But essentially, Uplift is a company that does like standing desks.
Yeah.
They reached out to me and they were like, hey, we really want to do a collab with you and we're going to give you a whole refresh, send you a new desk, all this other stuff. And in exchange for like, you know, just doing an interaction for one of your videos or whatever. I'm like, yeah, absolutely. And so what we're doing is when we get back to LA, I've got about like 4 or 5 days before I have to go to Nintendo Live. Uplift is sending me the desk, and I'm doing a full refresh of what my background is going to look like. So, you know how right now, like, my bed is behind it and it looks kind of messy? What's going to happen is I now have my standing desk setup area.
Yeah.
Behind me is going to be all my shelves, and I'm going to deck out all the shelves with all the stuff that I got in Japan. So it's going to look really, really cool. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, you got the, what did you get from the Muguraso the other day?
I got a lot of stuff. I got the tissue box holder for Gear 5, which I showed off on my reaction yesterday. This right here, I got the tissue box holder.
This one is just the plushie?
You just got the plushie.
Yeah.
And then I got 2 Gear 5 shirts. There's one that's like white and orange.
Which I can't find anywhere. It's like so...
Oh, Reagan got it. You should have said it. She got it from the Mugiwara store. We went to the one that was in, where's the second
Yokohama,
location?
right?
Yokohama. No. Oh, yeah, it was the Yokohama one.
Yeah,
yes.
A little far.
A little far.
Yeah.
But it was the one that was in Yokohama, and it's like the white shirt with the orange color on it. Yeah. And then I got the one that has Luffy with like his Looney Tunes eyeballs sticking out. Oh, what is this?
I think it's because of my membership.
Oh, your membership card.
I'm just seeing this now.
Whoa, that is cool. Special Gear 5 thing in there?
Yeah.
Was that like a... Oh, I saw a commercial for this when I was doing my live reaction yesterday.
Whoa.
So this is like a specialty Gear 5 sticker or something?
Wow. I'm going to have to open this up. Oh, wait.
Oh, yes, there you go.
Got Monkey D. Luffy.
Oh, that is cool.
Oh, nice.
Man, there's just so much cool One Piece stuff, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You
got this as well.
What was I saying? What was it? Yes, yep. You got the little Luffy notebook, very cute.
Yeah, it's ballpen de kakeru.
So it's like a planner?
It's or it says you can just like use a ball pen. You can, and that's the kanji is for kakeru. This is actually to draw. So
okay. So like learn how to draw the straw hats.
Kantan irasto guide.
Sabo.
Yeah, it's like easy ways to draw the straw hat crew.
Cute.
Which is pretty
dope.
This
is awesome.
That's cute. You can see it on the back.
I love that.
I love Sanyu.
I know, this is little... I just find it so funny that you've got literally a children's book with a cigarette on it here in Japan. They don't care. They don't care, dude. It's no need for a lollipop.
Have you noticed that cup over there, by the way?
Oh, Trafalgar Law?
Yeah, I'm like, if you're a... I love that. Like, I had to buy that. Like,
oh, this is so cool. Look at this. Look at this Heart Pirate cup. Take a look at that. Yeah. Dude, you have so much fun stuff here. This was like the perfect thing to record.
Yeah, that's little.
Oh, I love your little Totoro over there. Was that from the Miyashita Park?
Yes.
It was?
That's
From
what
the store?
that's what my student read.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you have so much cool stuff in here. All the little Totoro,
And
the little plushies.
That's the hand. It's hand woven. It's made in Japan. Yeah, 100%.
Oh, this is from the museum.
It's from the museum.
Wow.
Couldn't find it there, yeah.
Wow.
Also the hand towels, Totoro hand towels.
Yes. Oh, dude, this is so cute.
Oh yeah, this I've got to give this to you as well.
Oh. Yeah, I'm getting gifted all this stuff. This is fantastic.
Well, yeah, I did this. I want to send to the One Piece. So hopefully they'll include that in there. And Tanko one the.
Oh, we have to show them the Shueisha thing.
Ooh.
We got to show them that.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on. Let me put this down. All right, real quick.
Guys,
So, we have just so much stuff to show you. We're geeking out over One Piece stuff. I feel like this was perfect for a One Piece chapter reaction stream because then we're talking about the chapter.
If we did this like here, maybe like this one have been here. So like
this was so much better.
Like
doing
as soon
it.
as I
Thank
knew you were
again.
gonna be in Japan, like I said, like I've got to get him over here. I've got to get
Doing
him over
it at the
here
studio was like the way to do it. All right, so hold on. So you want to explain to the people what this is? This is an actual letter from Shueisha directly. I got to do it Iwata style. Yeah, you're right. So you want to explain what this is? This was for the WT100.
Yeah,
right?
and I think so. Once they reached like 1 million subscribers,
Right.
on
The
Twitter,
YouTube channel.
I think it may be Twitter.
I think it was Twitter. It was Twitter.
And then they gave out 100 of these really cool patches to, which in Japan they call Wappin, by the way, Wappin, to 100 subscribers, and they DM'd me. It was like,
wow.
I got a DM
From Shueisha.
From Shueisha.
And you're like, it's not a copyright block? Thank God.
And yeah, so this is the official letter, and
wow.
there you go. There's the.
That is so cool. That is unbelievably cool. So it's also wild because I feel like that's another place where our paths kind of crossed.
Yeah.
Slightly because I did the WT100 live shows.
Which I was so jealous.
I
told Greg, it's like, Greg.
Yeah,
I'm like probably like the only One Piece polyglot that lives in Japan that is this like.
You're like, what happened?
Like, why wasn't I invited?
To be fair, I think the reason I did it was because I was in America.
Yeah.
Because it was meant to be like around the world.
And then like Japan, like they had Greg, so
yeah.
Like they had 2 people in Japan. It would be him and me. Like, oh. Man.
But it was just really unbelievably cool to be a part of that, and do all the different voting for the characters.
It was amazing. That was.
It was just sing "We Are." Just a sing.
Yeah, and seeing like Gizem like him cry out when Luffy was like ranked.
Oh my God. Gizem was bawling at that, yeah.
I was actually in the gym, like getting in my leg work. I was like, I'm like trying not to cry, and so at the same time, like pushing. I was like, oh, this is too much.
I was still so happy that Morgan's made it on, and I also love the fact that all the hosts throughout it, whenever they would refer to me, they'd be like, "Roger, what do you say?" And I was like, "Big news." It was just so fun.
Oh God.
We got a new membership from Mahalo Avarice, by the way, saying hello, Roger. Morning from Poland.
Ooh, nice.
Hope your trip has been going well. Yes, I'm really sorry, everybody. I know it's a little bit later than normal. I know normally I would do it at 8 a.m. Pacific time, but because we were in Japan and things had to move around, we had to do it a little bit later. But that's totally okay. I feel like we still had a bunch of viewers, even though we did it later in the night. We've been going for 72 minutes already. Holy mackerel.
Normally, your live streams are, well, I mean, like...
About an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah, the long ones go up like around 2 hours.
Yeah, about 2 hours usually,
like,
about the long ones, yeah.
Yeah.
But also, real quick, while we're here, we're going to do something special, okay? We got breakfast from a very popular fast food chain that is here in Japan. So obviously, the fast food chain in America, Krispy Kreme, made its way over, but Japan, Krispy Kreme, has a special new donut. They have kiwi and watermelon ring donuts, so we're going to try them live on stream as a fun little thing.
Yeah, let's do
Would
it.
you rather watermelon or kiwi? Which one would you rather have? They both look good.
Do you want to do Janken?
Okay. Janken Pom. Oh. So you get to choose.
Okay, we go with the I actually have slight allergic reaction to kiwi, so I might go with the
Go with the watermelon. Perfect.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the kiwi. All right. Grab it out of there. Here we go. Oh man, these are good with all the frosting on them.
And as Luffy would say, "Umaso, umaso." Itadakimasu.
Luca's saying, "Man, this stream really does everything. Donut reviews in the middle of a One Piece stream. Let's go.
Cheers.
All right, cheers." Mmm.
Oh god, that is good.
Wow.
Oh man, my cheeks are hurting.
I know this is
Oh,
so
my cheeks are
good.
hurting.
Smile.
Oh. Oh god, that actually really hurts.
Wow, this is good. Oh my God. Here we go. James says, what does Charlie like better, Krispy Kreme or Mr. Donut?
Oh god, that's a good one. That's
Oh,
James.
God. Mm-hmm. Mmm.
So it really depends because
Oh my God.
both are great. Like in,
Yeah.
in terms of like texture, they taste exactly in terms of softness, texture.
Yeah.
But it really depends. Like the Sakura ones at Mr. Donuts are really good, and the it's called Old Classic or something, Old Style or
Oh, like the glazed, like the original glazed.
yeah, but they're just it's
I cannot stress enough how good this is too.
I know.
This kiwi is like unbelievable.
But I'd say yeah, I'm a fan of both. It's hard to pick. Donuts, they're just great. And yeah, some of them I like just plain ones. I like the ones with the jam fillings. What do you call
Oh yeah, jelly filled, of course.
yeah.
Onigiri.
Yeah,
Because of the Brock Pokemon. Well, you know that meme, right, with Brock?
Yeah,
So the localization in Pokemon was essentially, instead of saying onigiri for the rice balls, they translated rice balls as jelly donuts.
Oh Lord.
Which was goofy.
That's going back way back.
They said they should actually, oh my God. Wandering, that's terrible of you. Wandering, so they should make an ace donut.
Just joined that.
A Porcus the 8 donut. Yeah. Someone said they got to make an ace themed donut. Like, Akainu punch in the hole, you have like Ace's face.
Right.
Oh man.
Haven't they done like some kind of like? Oh, okay. They did the One Piece McDonald's burgers a few months ago.
That's right. I wish I was here for that. We tried. This was on our way back when we came from. This would have been Kanazawa. No, it wasn't Kanazawa. It was. Where was it? It doesn't matter. It's regardless. We came back from like a long day of walking, and we needed something simple to eat. And so there was a McDonald's right outside our where we're staying in Shibuya.
Yeah.
And when we walked over there, we saw it. They had like all these little specialty like Japanese things on the menu. I tried one of the shrimp burgers for the first time, the ebi no filet.
Yeah.
Bruh. Like, it's incredible. It's so fresh. The shrimp is really
so
good.
Thick and
it's
so
thick.
So
it's got the lettuce on top of it. It's got that really good
it's
cream
like
sauce.
Like a mayo slash like. Yeah.
It's not mayo, because the thing is, like, I'm not a huge mayo fan. I do like Japanese mayonnaise more than other places, because you guys make it with like, it's more eggy.
It's more eggy. It's a little more salty.
Sour. Yeah, it's delicious.
It's very yellow.
But this in particular, bro, this shrimp burger that we had at the thank you very much, at the Japanese McDonald's was so unbelievably good. It was so unbelievably good. I highly recommend if you're ever in Japan. I think it's on the menu regularly, right?
Yeah. So the
ebi no filet?
Ebi no filet, and also the Japanese filet of fish, which is also a little bit.
I haven't tried it.
The filet.
Yeah, the filet of fish. Yeah, we have it. Yeah.
I've always liked that as a kid. Like I've always had issues with meat as a kid for some reason, but fish was I was always fine with fish.
Also, something I love. This is such a minor thing, but I really love it as an American coming to Japan. Bro, no McDonald's in America has Canada Dry ginger ale. I've looked everywhere. There was one location of McDonald's in North America that had Canada Dry, like from the machine where you can get the soft drinks.
Yeah.
There was one, and it was at the Wrigley Building that was in Chicago, and they shut that McDonald's down, and there's never been another McDonald's except for here. Here they have Canada Dry. You could get it as one of the drinks,
I wonder why,
I love it.
I wonder why it's not like a regular on the
I don't know. I don't know why it's a regular thing in Japan that they have Canada Dry, but they don't have it in North America. But Japan, you did good. Also, everything we've eaten has been incredible. We did the traditional 6-course meal at that Ueno temple place that was incredible. We did Tokyo Skytree yesterday that was delicious with the little appetizers.
Yeah.
Dude, I have so much footage to show you guys. Like, I am so excited. Once you actually see like our day in Akihabara and we were walking around, when you see all the stuff that we did in Kanazawa, like, I have to make a full-on, like, hour-long vlog of the entire trip here because there's really been so much awesome stuff.
I was so bummed because I had to cut it short because I had to get back to lessons. But I would have loved to like hang out until like the shops are closed.
Easy, yeah.
How long did you guys stay there? Until?
So we are here until.
No, I mean Akihabara, sorry.
We stayed until 7-ish.
Oh, okay.
We got back, it wasn't, because her parents were getting kind of tired, and then Stefan, our friend who was with us from Pokemon Company, he had to go back to his other hotel, and he had to get a suitcase, and so we wanted to go before Donkey closed.
Yeah.
And so we went to like a curry shop place for dinner, and then went to Donkey, and then came back. But look at me, calling it Donkey instead of Don Quixote. I'm like,
You're becoming Japanese.
I'm becoming Japanese, exactly.
Well, I'm the same too. Like when I go back to like either the Middle East or like the UK. Like
Yeah.
it's just pure reverse culture shock the entire time. Like, oh god, I'm like, and then I'm like, okay, that's why I moved to Japan like 13 years ago. I was like, that's why.
Oh god, it's so fun to see One Piece everywhere. Everyone's so friendly. It is also incredibly cheap here. Like the food is so cheap. I feel like I'm so used to coming from America, where like it's $6 for a Starbucks, you know,
which is like and that's like a tall size and
like a regular, that would be a grande frappuccino or something is like around that. And here, dude, everything's just so much cheaper. Even going to we went to 7-Eleven this morning, got 2 Shonen Jumps and both of the little, what was that, like spring? We should eat those on stream.
Yeah.
Where are they?
The curry, the
little curry buns. Yeah, here we go. So these are what we got with our Gear 5 cards. Plus we got our specialty Gear 5 cards.
Donuts,
and it was like what, $6?
Yeah, about.
Crazy. Crazy. That's 2 full meals. $6. All right, so these are curry croquettes, right?
Or kanetan.
All right, I'm ready. Here we go.
It's got that same kind of donut kind of texture to it. Fluffy, crunchy.
Got the savory with the curry. Unbelievable.
That curry free.
Studio's looking at us going, this is like the One Piece live action. We're all dressed up. Imagine if Beppo looked like this in the One Piece live action and Chopper looked like you. James also in the chat said that the 7-Elevens in Japan have really good blueberry and cream sandwiches as well.
Yes, oh my god.
I haven't even tried those yet. I'll have to try
Blueberry, cream, also these strawberry and cream ones. Basically, they're called, in Japan we call them fruit sando. Fruit is fruit, and then sandwich, sando. So fruit sando, and you can then get the mixed one, which consists of, normally it's tangerine, strawberries, kiwi, and maybe mango. And then you'll have like the strawberry ones and then the blueberry ones, which are all separate. And let's go pick one up on the way.
Absolutely,
they're
have to. Yeah, for the train right back.
They're so good.
Fantastic. And then I know later today, I think we're going to go to that temple, check things out.
Yes.
And then I have to go back because I have a meeting with like a Japan hobby company later in the afternoon. But then either tonight or probably Wednesday. It'll probably be Wednesday. We probably won't do it today. But Wednesday, we're going to try to hit the One Piece gym. So there's a One Piece themed gym that you can go work out at in Shibuya. But neither of us really know like the full details of it. Like it's been kind of spotty and weird. So we're going to look into it. And then if we could do that on Wednesday, that would be ideal. And then tomorrow, I'm actually seeing Ohara, fellow One Piece YouTuber.
Oh, nice.
Manu. So Manu, we're going to go hang out by him tomorrow. And then in the afternoon, we're going to the Final Fantasy Cafe.
Yeah.
The Eorzea Cafe.
Oh.
And tonight we're doing the Ninja Cafe. So we're just like one thing after another. We're hitting everything while we're here in Japan. It's going to be awesome. So, oh yeah, someone mentioned it. They said, oh, they know about Bragman. So you know about the One Piece gym already.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like, I think it's like around like 3,500 or 800 yen for like guests. And then you've got to either bring your own shoes or something, which is weird. Like,
I got my own gym shoes. I brought them specifically so I could do it.
I need to find out like if, because it didn't say on the website, like if they allow tattoos or not. So that, which is something I'm kind of like
hit or miss on this. Yeah, we'll see. Because what I was thinking of doing, because I had to be back at like 1. I think what I'm probably going to do, I'm probably going to go walk to the facility and just ask like, can we go? Is it okay if someone has tattoos? Are foreigners okay? Like, what's the deal?
Oh, foreigners fine because they've actually got like an English
great.
segment on their website. I'm just concerned because it didn't have anything about. I checked the Japanese side and the English, and they didn't say anything about like whether they allow people with tattoos, which is kind of one of my major concerns.
Yeah.
Other than that,
you wear a long sleeve.
Yeah.
You have plenty of long sleeves, right? Go to the Mugiwara store. Get the long sleeve Gear 5 shirt that I bought.
I would not wear that for the gym.
Hey, look, it's fine. You sweat it out, make it like Luffy or fun.
But I've got a good Luffy shirt I could wear.
Yeah, I do. I really love this Sanji shirt too that I got. It's so cool.
The color, the blue. I need to get that.
I know, and it goes well with like the black shorts or with the white shorts. It's really nice. And Studio saying he's finally there. It is officially Japan time, boys. Absolutely. Hardest also said that I stopped by that One Piece gym. I wasn't allowed in, but it was pretty nice. And James said, please bring me one of the Sanji shirts. Look, if I can stop by the jump shop again, I'm going to Skytree again, I will totally pick one up for you. I did get something for you, actually, James. It's not related to One Piece, though. It's related to another Jump series, and it's one that I know you love. So that's all I'm going to say. Any last minute thoughts about the chapter before we wrap this up and go explore the temple?
I'm just hyped, man. I'm just like, that chapter's freaking amazing. Like,
Wow.
oh my god.
I really feel like
Kizaru just being in there.
the setup with Kizaru, confirming to us that Elbaf is next. Which I think was a huge concern for a lot of people, that we weren't actually going to get to Elbaf. And Bonnie, I think fangirling over Sanji is probably a top 3 moment for me this chapter. I adored that.
That's adorable. Like, that
I love that.
And then going to Elbaf and seeing Luffy and Usopp's expression.
Like, what?
Like, the eyes, it was almost like they were happy, but almost like, it was like, they were shocked. Like,
we're actually going. 20 years later, we're finally going to go, yeah.
And then they're not like teens anymore, they're like 40 or something, man. I was like, oh, we're actually going?
I have a question to pose to you then. Is, if they go to Elbaf, and we know Shanks is headquartered in Elbaf, we know what just happened with Kid, do you think the Shanks confrontation happens during Elbaf? Because to me, like, the way that this has all been set up with the final war, during Egghead, past like 20 chapters or so, right? Yeah. We got glimpses of whatever Yonko was up to. Yeah. You had Blackbeard with the altercations with Hancock, with Garp, with Kobe, with all of them, Perona, all of that. Blackbeard, one of his crew is on Egghead right now. We also don't know where he directly is. He could be there. He could be at another island. We know Buggy has now officially declared he's going after the One Piece with the Cross Guild show, and Mihawk and Crocker are being trapped.
They're freaked out. They're like, what the hell's he just done?
So now we know what's going on with them. And we also know that Law and Beppo obviously were with Blackbeard. Yeah. Beppo escaped with Law. We know that Kid was taken down by Shanks, and we know that Shanks is waiting in Elbaf. So really that just leaves Luffy here on Egghead. If he escapes and they go to Elbaf, realistically that could set up another potential, like, for the final war, right? Like, because do you think, this is what I'm actually looking to ask, because I went through and recapped a bunch of stuff, but there's a specific question I have. Do you think Elbaf is going to be its own story arc, similar to like a Dressrosa, a Whole Cake type deal? Or do you think it's going to be set up in the same way Egghead kind of has been for the final war now that we're in the final saga?
No, that's tough.
Because part of me feels like he has to do a story arc. With how much he's hyped up Elbaf for so long, he has to.
That would be at least like what? How long?
Well, we have Shanks stuff to deal with. Saul. Resolution of Big Mom. Because again, Big Mom, her whole altercation in Elbaf. Taking down, right.
She just wrecked that entire place up.
So I feel like Big Mom could definitely play a part in that as well. Or Katakuri comes back or something.
Maybe get some flashbacks and stuff from like, I don't know.
Rocks Pirates era stuff, for sure. Yeah.
6 months at least on there?
It's gotta be.
Oh my god.
It's gotta be at least a year-long story arc. It has to be. Because if Egghead has already been a year.
Yeah, so then a year in Elbaf, and then another year.
I mean, Elbaf could be the final war. It could literally be the final. We could literally have the final war in the Island of the Giants. Especially because.
Yeah, because it's not going to be at sea, right? It's got to be somewhere like on solid dry land.
Because we're looking for one poneglyph right now. We need one more gold poneglyph to go to One Piece. Which has got to be in Elbaf. Because Saul has all the information about O'Hara that he brought from O'Hara to Elbaf.
I'm getting all hyped up again now.
Like, it's gotta be. It's gotta be. Unless they somehow tie it. Maybe the story in Elbaf kind of plays like Zoe a little bit, where you know how Zoe, like the climax of the story after Zunisha takes down Jack, they get the Road Poneglyph and you find out information. I kind of feel like we're going to see something similar with Elbaf.
The Road Poneglyph.
Right.
Oh boy.
Well, we still have all the stuff with Loki. We don't know who Loki is.
Oh my god.
Because remember, Loki was going to marry Lola.
Yeah.
Or, marry... No, yeah, marry Lola.
Yeah.
And then that didn't end up happening, and Lola wanted to choose her own husband. So that still needs to be resolved too.
We've got them girls. Oh man, we've got Enno, we don't know what happened to him. Oh man, I want to see Bunker. I love Mr. 2.
Oh my god, Bunker's got to come back.
Jordan Janai, were you? Jordan Janai, were you? We've got to get him back. I love Mr. 2. He's my favorite.
I also feel like Mr. 2 is a lock for an eventual Impel Down. Because I think that's where Buggy's going right now. Yeah. I think more because you look at the Cross Guild, right? Cross Guild's made up of all the former Shichibukai.
Yeah.
I feel like in order to bolster their numbers even more, I kind of feel like it would be smart for them to go to Impel Down, break out Doflamingo, break out Weevil, break out all the people that are being held there, and then imagine Cross Guild, right, with Baroque Works The Doflamingo family.
Oh my god.
Weevil and Mihawk, run by Buggy and his crew with Elvita. Like, that is stacked. If you have the entire Doflamingo family and all of Baroque works, because if they go back to Impel Down, they're obviously going to see Mr. 2 again. Yeah. Obviously, Mr. 2's running New Comma Land. Yeah. He could easily, if anyone else is going to break people out of Impel Down again, and it plays with what already happened the first time, how Buggy got blamed for it, Buggy breaks him out again, right? Buggy, quote unquote. Cross-guild, Mihawk slices up a wall, Crocodile slides in there, he knows where to go, takes everybody, and they leave.
Buggy, I did it kind of,
And could you imagine Doflamingo working with Crocodile and Mihawk would just be fire, bro.
Because like what went down at Marineford, like those two,
right?
Oh my god, like
that's what I'm saying.
They got like grudges.
Yeah,
like, that's
because it's. I think it's a situation where Doflamingo's looking out for himself naturally, right? Doflamingo, he wants whatever he wants. And he's going to do whatever it takes. And his best case scenario right now is to break out of Impel Down in some way. And if he sees a situation where he's siding with Mihawk and Crocodile, and he could use them in some fashion, and Buggy too, it was now Yonko, like, he could rise the ranks. Yeah.
Oh, man.
I love it. And that would give us a reason for then Frankie and Senior Pink to see each other again. Because, you know, at the end of their fight, Frankie was like, I'll have a drink with you the next time I see you. Yeah. And that also gives us perfect setup for Zoro and Mihawk. Because then, if you have this giant clash with all these former enemies within the Straw Hats, and you have the Straw Hats fight their former enemies, and just to show, like, how strong they've actually become. Yeah. Like, could you imagine if, like, we get Sanji versus Crocodile, Zoro versus Mihawk, like, trying to think of some other ones that could be cool. Like,
Luffy versus who then? Like,
or you could do, I thought of something cool. You could do Sanji and Doflamingo as a fight.
Okay.
Have Robin versus Crocodile.
You mentioned like in like a live, you mentioned a live like a while back, like that would be amazing, right? Like Robin took down, went against Crocodile. Oh my god!
Yes, dude.
Payback time, baby.
Payback time. And she uses the demon powers and everything. Oh my god, that would be fun.
I would see that again. I would so want to see that again.
Sanji, Doflamingo, Robin, Crocodile, Zoro, Mihawk. Oh, dude, you could even do like Chopper and Moji. Chopper and Moji would be fun.
Chopper like in his kung fu form, or maybe
I love it. Brooke versus Kabaji.
Yes, please.
That'd be awesome. The circus performer versus the musician,
and Frankie versus.
Oh man, Frankie. Well, Frankie, Senior Pink again. Obviously, naturally, it's set that baby up again. No problem. Have a fun little spar or something. Yeah, dude. There's so many cool opportunities that could come from all this. But well, either way.
Okay.
Thank you all. I'm gonna give this. Oh yes, we got to see this. Hold on.
This is a thing I.
Oh, cool! Nakama!
Family, so.
Oh, I love this. Thank you.
If I did a little while.
Look at that. Oh, I gotta hang this up.
Yeah, man.
I absolutely have to hang this up. Do you have a place where I could fold this and so it doesn't get messed up?
I'm gonna try and find you something so we can.
This is beautiful, dude. I would totally hang this up. I'll put it on my wall with all the other One Piece stuff.
Like proper like Japanese like rice paper.
Wow.
So, I part of the
Dude, Charlie, thank you so much once again. Good. Wow, Nakama! Look at that. That's so cool. Yo! Well, thank you all once again. You are on my Nakama as well. Thank you for joining this live stream. This really was a lot of fun. Charlie, where can people find you? Obviously, I put your name up there, Shiro Bear Channel. Where can people find you?
So, I don't know.
Oh yeah, show your business card. There you go.
So this is the QR code that works. I don't know if it's gonna work or not though. Like
we'll see. We'll see. Maybe the QR code will work.
That's my QR code. This is me. It's my link tree.
Right on.
You barely see my name. It says Charlie Nicholson. So yeah, I do NFT art, illustrations, some animation stuff. You can find me on Twitter. I'm not gonna say X. Twitter.
It's good. I don't call it X either.
It's so weird.
It's stupid.
Like, I just X the X. It sounds so weird. So you can find me on Twitter, Instagram. My Instagram is Shirobear-chan. Twitter, it's actually Charlie B. Nick, I think. Let me just double check.
Cool. I think it is. I think it's Charlie B. N-I-C.
Yeah.
I think I tagged you. So if you look Charlie on my Twitter for the post for today's live stream, you'll find him.
That's me on Twitter, guys.
Yeah. Oh God, this was so much fun. And thank you once again to everybody who came through to the live stream today, who came to hang out, who came for this great chapter. I definitely need to put that thumbnail on though. That thumbnail once again is so good. James did such a good job with this.
Beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful. So I'll make sure to change the thumbnail, make everything all set up. I'll take down the other one. I know there's like duplicates of the streams right now, so I'll take down the other duplicate one. Thank you to the people who actually found this one. And I will see you guys probably when I get back. I don't think I'm going to upload or stream anything else while I'm here. I was going to do a touch base with RogersBase last Friday, but then there was like audio issues in the apartment, so I didn't end up doing it. And I'd rather do a touch base when I get back, talking about the entire Japan trip. And I'll have all the stuff, you know, obviously. And it'll be before I leave for Nintendo Live, too, so it's like a good mix. So I think I'll see you guys when I get back to LA. And then I think the first thing I'm probably going to do is Fontaine. I think I'm going to stream Fontaine and Genshin, because I know that dropped a couple days ago, and I know people want me to stream that game. So thank you once again, everybody. Greatly appreciate it. We got Beppo, exactly. You hold Beppo, you hold Chopper. Thank you once again, everybody. We'll talk to you all later. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And how should we sign off? I was just going to say bye-bye, everyone, but I'm trying to think.
In Japanese?
What's a good way to sign off in Japanese?
Honja.
Honja?
Like, yeah.
Honja!
Honja!
All right. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Take care, everyone.